Today on Bottom Gear, will we finally get the Ferdinand? We literally have like 300 resource points remaining. And I don't understand. You can tell I have not messed around with Germany a lot. Because this all used to be the same BR. Funny enough. Man, I remember Tiger 2 at 6.3 used to be a absolute menace. Because you wouldn't ever have to fight 7.7 stuff. Well, I don't know. Sometimes Gaijin would just give it to you anyway. Just over up tier you anyway. But I remember, like, you could take out the Yag Panther, and yeah, your gun wasn't as good as the Yag Tiger, but pretty much as long as you didn't show your machine gun port and you were slightly angled, there really wasn't any conventional round that could pen you. Even like IS-2s would have a hard time if you were aware. Which, that's asking a lot for anyone that plays War Thunder. Because you see this grass here? This is about the closest I get to touching grass all day. It's funny I say that because I actually mow the yard, so, you know. This is unrealistic gameplay then. Despite playing realistic battles. Just like turning this corner is never the best. I don't know what that is. Oh. I know what that is. And I also know that none of our teammates have pushed up that far. And we're kind of big and not the most maneuverable. So we shouldn't play this thing like it's a medium tank, but we're just going to pretend. We're just going to pretend. We're just going to pretend. Yeah, we're just going to pretend that didn't happen. Because it didn't. I don't even know what you guys would be talking about. It's a good thing we have all these teammates, because otherwise I probably would have just died there. I don't even know where I got shot. Oh, I can see it now. Interesting. That was danger close to setting off some ammo in the back. Danger close. Now, we got it. That's kind of rough having to play the Tiger E at this BR. That thing, it got bumped up to 6. Did it get bumped up to 6.3? I think it did. Or is it just 6.0? It's almost like the same thing as like the Panther F, G, and A all being at the same BR, despite all having differences. And the Panther F having, I believe it has the KWalk 44 instead of the 42. I don't really know what Gaijin was thinking with that one. But it's funny because I have the Panther F researched from when it was not in the same bracket. That's always tripping me out. Oh boy. I recognize that plane engine anywhere. But anyway, what were we talking about? Were we talking about IS-3? I don't remember. That's an acid trip. We were talking about the Panthers, weren't we? Yeah, these things are so goofy. And I also feel like, I don't know about you guys, but with like the Tiger 2H and the, especially the premium, the SLA, I feel like the tracked armor, whoa, like the armor, the add-on armor that's just the tracks, it used to stop heat FS like much better. I don't really know, honestly, in real life. I don't really feel like he'd actually, whoa, do a lot. But I remember in the game playing like the T92, and you'd pull up to a Tiger 2, and you'd see it's like, oh, it's the premium one with the extra armor, and I can't remember if there is even add-on armor for the Tiger 2H, just H. But I just remember, like, it was like, oh yeah, I won't even bother. But now it seems like, you know, you have no problem. You got no problem killing that thing. Normally I'll load APDS just for, you know, insurance per se. But I feel like I can pretty reliably go through a Tiger 2's additional armor, if you want to call it additional armor. What is this IS-3 doing? He's probably worried we're going to get flanked, which is a very valid concern on this map. Oh boy. You can upper front plate that one, right? Nope. Okay. T-44, kind of a big issue. It's probably not an issue. See? Told you. Oh my gosh, this thick turret is so freaking huge. Oh. Yeah, look out, buddy. Ah. You know? Maybe it's not a good idea. This maybe not be a good idea. Well, I already know this is not a good idea because there's literally nobody up here, and there's definitely a T-34, T-30, T-29 variant over here. There's also an Ontos over there. Yeah, but now you consistently fight things like an Ontos, of course, or actually that's pretty rare to see an M26, or is it a T2699? I forget. M26 T99, that's the one. With all the rockets on there. Most American tank ever. Really, the benefit of the M26 T99 isn't the rockets. It's the fact that they basically act like a flashbang, where they're going to blind you more often than not. They're going to disable your ability to fight back. Usually because if they hit your barrel, you know, that should go break. Oh, and then there's things like the Fiat 6614. I don't really know what to call it other than it looks exactly like the R3, so I just don't really care, and they're all R3s to me. I'm not so sure this is the right place to be peeking out. Because they've already got the point. There goes both my teammates. They don't really have like a reason to push out, do they? Just really hope that... I think I need to wait at least long... You gotta be kidding me. Yeah, he's just gonna leave, so we're not gonna bother. I think I need to wait long enough for at least like that medium tank behind me to at least cover the outside flank. Because, yeah, obviously this thing, it does not do flanking. Or it doesn't like to get flanked, because the armor is just paper. It's like a panther, basically. Oh, it's almost like it's called a Yag Panther or something crazy like that. It's got paper armor on the sides and surprisingly okay armor on the front. My only complaint about the Yag Panther is because of where it's at in its BR. It struggles, even on a hill, to like have armor that, well, is like actually capable of blocking a lot of shots. Like even on a hill, I'm pretty confident an M50 will still just go right through that. The Ontos will just go right through that armor, no problem. And like certain Heat FS or Saber rounds, also do not struggle to kill you. So it's just a little rough. It suffers from, like, you know, oh boy. And yeah, like I said, that side armor. Let's see where? Oh nah, he just went through the front. Granted, we were at a pretty bad angle, so that's understandable. I feel like we're about to get rocketed, and I really hope this ZSU starts shooting stuff down. Uh-huh. You know, how long is this video? It's only 10 minutes? Hey. I feel like that's terrible. We can't even just play. We gotta get a good game in. Maybe we'll throw in... Oh, I was gonna throw in an SPAA, but... I mean, I don't even have, like, the Ostwind 2. I don't have, like, the Kugelblitz. All the other good SPAAs. Let's get there faster. Yeah, we'll take... Hopefully, after that match and the previous match... Oh, I guess I could have just waited. We probably have the Ferdinand already. Maybe we'll just scrap this video and just make a Ferdinand video. Stock Ferdinand. I hope it doesn't have to suffer with solid shot. Oh yeah, you can see the Tiger 2H. That one's got the track armor on there. And I remember you could still get away with shooting slightly around it if you were at a good angle or whatnot. But the Tiger 2H SLA, that one's got it all up and down the sides. And I remember you could get lucky if you hit that bottom corner there. Look at all these long 88s. Probably all gonna get outperformed by an M109 or a Weasel. Man, one 2,000-pound bomb is over. One well-placed 2,000-pounder. It's a T-44. So that means we must be fighting the Russians. Yeah. Yeah, that's a nasty combo. If, like, this was actually how World War II went, like, you didn't have to worry about reliability issues as much as, well, basically unrealistic gameplay, essentially. You know, this really isn't all that far off. Actually, it's spot on. And actually, I should probably not be here. Yeah, this is kind of a bad hill to be up on. I figured I'd get greedy and try and take out that M4T26, but, well, you can see how far that got me. But, like, if this is actually how, like, tank warfare went, they were like, oh, sorry, you're a, you're a Panther A. You gotta fight at least a T-3485 or something goofy like that. But, like, just comparatively, if you were to apply somewhat similar principles to tank warfare, like, Germany would have just lost. Just lost. And even if you were to go, like, based off of numbers, I mean, just assuming that, like, a given Tiger 2 tank crew never has seen an IS-3 before, like, I don't see how they'd be able to kill him unless they caught him completely off guard. Like, let's say they meet in a field, like, an IS-3 would just dominate everything. Not saying that IS-3 is... Now I sound like Hitler, you know, this will save us. Just get this ginormous 200-ton tank out on the battlefield. It'll win us the game. We just need more technology. More better. Man, I do not like Centurions. But, you know, like, the Russians would definitely do very good. And if they somehow let a lot of American, like, slightly post-war tanks in, yeah, it'd be brutal. It'd be brutal. And I mean, a lot of, like, even late war tanks that just didn't really end up showing up would be absolutely menacing. Like, could you just picture, like, a singular American T-34 Heavy, like, just being able to just one-shot anything that Germany puts out, or frontally pen anything that Germany puts out. I don't know how this is working so well. I'm definitely gonna die here in a second, but I'm just gonna keep milking it as long as it works. But like, I could just imagine how menacing. Like T-95, basically unkillable frontally by everything. Bro scouted 8 things and then nobody killed anything. I get that feeling. We should... There's 7 guys on C. Yep. We gotta go. Engine, keep working, please. Bro, how? Let's throw one off to the side. Hopefully that'll confuse him a bit. I don't know what's shooting me. It's just really the big issue. It's something small. Okay, maybe the smoke is not working as good as I thought. Is it a fox shooting me? I swear if it's a fox shooting me, I'm gonna go crazy. No, he's just way higher than I thought he would be. Is that an M6A1? I think he's actually surprisingly capable of penning me. Come on, let me get the kill, let me get the kill. Where am I getting shot from? I don't think I'm gonna survive because I'm on fire, so... I kind of doubt that this other feller is gonna come help me. It's kind of broken. Ah, if only I'd kept my gun over there. Might have had one more. Oh, oh, oh! We got one more. All right, that's worth it. No more greed. An M4A1. What a rat. He snaked that kill. I wonder if that was the same guy or not. Oh my gosh, I've always said so much stuff. Wow. Look at this peak German team. This is amazing. Yeah, we are definitely losing this game. Is this what it feels like to be Germany in real life? I'm gonna try to... never mind. M46, that's spooky. What's the range out to that? 400? I don't think that's... 400. That's gotta be a little more. Ah, it was definitely late. I don't know why I even tried it. Okay, that's a problem. You're just gonna sit there? Uh-oh. Yeah, that's a bad... That's a baddie. Okay, that's a problem. Okay. What are you doing there, bud? You need to stop that. You need to stop. You need to stop. Can I shoot through that? That looks like a T-34. Nope, can't shoot through that. That was a big mistake. Wow, is he really able to pen? I mean, that is obviously, but I think he just started. I think he killed my gunner. Yeah. Wow. Wow. But hey, we got the Ferdinand, so now we're chilling. Replace the Yag Panther. Let's see, we need to do another vehicle. Man, I do not want to do these ones. So many options. All I really want to do is... I guess I might as well just do the next Tiger. Because I think I still need one more vehicle. And then eventually I think... Actually... So we just need one more vehicle. Okay. Because they had a while ago, like you could... There was like a... You could research the mouse for a second there. Just to like... Whoa. Just because obviously nobody had it. Wow, starting this thing stock is actually not that bad. We'll take it for a spin. I mean, it's the big 88, so everybody knows it's going to be plenty good. And the armor is super wacky on this thing. But also at the same time not that hard to pen, or it's a little hard to kill, but it's just, it's not that good. Which is kind of a shame. I imagine we're probably not going to get to shoot that much. But I'm thinking we hang out over here just outside the city. Take advantage of our armor profile. Hopefully be like a kind of like a Tiger 1. It's nice that we don't have to fight ISs, because sometimes the long 88 isn't all that good at going through the trap shot. So, I mean, you're not getting upwards of like 300 mils a pen, so. But even though you only have 64 grams of explosive mass, for some reason, I feel like if this thing pens, it one-shots. We should probably go through the city. Mostly because this thing has such a weird profile. You get shot from all kinds of spots. And obviously, you know, having just a ginormous cage for any AP CBC rounds to go off in is not that good. This thing is surprisingly bad at neutral steering on a hill. And obviously you can see why you do not want to expose the rear section of your vehicle. You know, it's safe to say it's not the best move. But yeah, like this alley right here, you know, things from the left might have a harder time because, you know, they'll be at a slight angle. I feel terrible for any, like, super Pershing that sees this thing, because, yeah, you just don't stand a chance. Alright, I think for the sake of speed, we're just gonna do something that may not be the best idea. Okay, yeah, that one is on our team. I think we'll try and stick with this kind of frontal group here, because this thing tends to be a pretty decent sniper. Well, I guess from the opposite perspective, I tend to get sniped pretty easily by this thing. You're kind of already encroaching upon their land. I tried to get out of the way of this feller. Ooh, an M103, that's actually kind of a big issue. I I don't know if we don't want to be here. Yeah, we do not want. Okay, now we're stuck here. I think our best option for killing an M103 is either hitting the dome on his head or maybe seeing enough of his lower front plate. I don't even know if we can pen that lower front plate. Yeah, we need to. We're gonna burn to death here. Wow, what is that back there? Whatever it is, it's painful. That's interesting. I don't know what's broken. Can he? I think he can see me. Let's see. Do I got enough time? Faster. Dang it. Just clipped his head instead. I know he's got a really long reload, because I played that thing all the time. I don't think this thing even gets a machine gun, so... Wow. Yeah, that barrel is really bouncy. So... All of a sudden he doesn't want to poke out, you know? IS-4M looking at him. Ooh. Yeah, probably not happening. Oh, that's a poor super Pershing. I do feel bad for him. Oh boy, is that an M163? Yeah, we're not catching that in time. What are the odds? Uh-oh, that's bad. That's bad, that's bad. Yeah. Definitely not the tank you want to fight. That'd be a full up tier, 7-7. I'm just more curious because this video is already getting long enough. Where do you even shoot an M103 frontally? I don't even think. I don't even have one out. Forget. At least with a long 88. I don't even think you can do anything with the Panzers, Panzer A's gun. I don't imagine you'd be able to. Oh, they really don't have any. And we were shooting at like 300 meters. So yeah, you could potentially pull off a turret ring shot. Okay, yeah, that's actually really good. I don't know why, but like some spots over here are strangely pennable. But it says the equivalent protection is 400 millimeters. That's gotta be a bug. Okay, that's weird. 200 down there. That's weird. And then I'm assuming if you hit it, obviously the commander's hatch. Yeah, so commander's hatch would probably be the most ideal. Can you do the little triangular forehead spot? Okay, there's a really weird spot there, but I think that's just gonna... Or not. Gun breach. Doesn't matter. That's so strange looking. Man, why does that turn into 400? That is so weird. And then this singular piece here is 250 mils thick. And then this is all wildly varying for some reason. And then they're like, yeah, side of the turret, it doesn't matter. The side of the... The side of the M103, 40 mils, plenty thick there, plenty thick there. Not even worried about it. But anyway, that's going to be it for this video because it's getting plenty long. Thanks for watching. We'll see y'all in the next one.